you all for coming and covering our sport. I'm really excited to be here at Mesa for the third straight year, and it's always been a great meet. So I'm really looking forward to this week and seeing how I can do here. I guess I'll take.
Go ahead and open it up to questions.
You were in the pool this morning? How'd it go?
Yes, I did. Just did a light warm up, just getting loosened up for tonight.
If you just raise your hand if you don't mind, and we'll get you a mic so that we can pick up the audio of your question.
I'm sure you saw Rowdy Gaines called you the best swimmer in the world earlier this week. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard something about that.
What do you think when you hear something like that coming from a guy like him?
That means a lot. I don't know if it's true, but I'm honored that he said that. Just trying to continue to improve and do the best that I can every time I race.
You came down from high altitude training a year ago, and it really worked for you. Have you gone back and done any of that since last summer?
I'm actually coming right from Colorado Springs, so I'm coming from about a 2.5 week training trip there, and I really don't know what to expect here. It's kind of the same feeling I had last year, so you just never know. I don't really know what to expect.
How big a deal is the Arena Pro Swim Series in this meet in Mesa, particularly for what you do and then as we get closer to Rio next summer?
Yeah, it's a really exciting time right now. We're just over a year from Olympic trials, and I think I saw something this morning that it's 100 days till World Champs. So things are coming up quickly, and I think these meets are really good to set you up for the next meet and for the big meets this summer and next year too. So I just take each meet as a stepping stone and find ways to improve from training and from meets. I learn from every meet. So.
Go ahead, Wayne.
Katie, you said you don't know what to expect here this week. What do you mean by that?
I don't know what my times will be. I mean, if that's what you're wondering. I feel good in the water, and I guess anything could happen. I don't really know.
I see another one. What your thoughts on the 100 and doing that? What is that like for you? That experience?
Oh, I'm not really even thinking about that race yet. That's on Saturday, so I'll probably swim it at least in the morning, and don't really have many thoughts on it. I'm just always trying to improve at every race. I think the 100 helps my 200, the 200 helps my 400, the 400 helps my 800, and so on. So it's definitely good to improve some speed. I definitely need some speed for the 200, so all the races really matter to me.
Charles and then Nicole.
Yeah, hey Katie, how do you set your goals for these meets? I mean, do you have times in mind for each race? Is it more sort of working out a given stroke at a given meet? I mean, how do you figure out what you want out of each meet?
Yeah, I think that's what I really meant when I said I don't really know what to expect. I don't really have set goal times for this meet. I think I'll kind of have a better sense of how my meet will be after tonight and tomorrow morning, and I think I'll just take each day as it comes and sort of see how I feel in warm-ups and give it my all in every race. So whether that's a best time or a few seconds off, I think as long as I can see the progress and make some improvements over the course of the meet, it'll be a successful meet.
Katie, I know you've been asked this a lot the last year and a half or so, but by competing in everything from the 100 to the 1500, I mean, is there, what do you think when you just think about the range of events that you're competing in? Is there a sort of sense of pride that you can compete in all of them? Just nobody else can really do that.
I guess it's a sense of pride. I think, I don't think I feel like I should be labeled as a distance swimmer. I feel like I'm more of a freestyler all around, and that's sort of, freestyle has always been my love from day one, and I swam the 100 and 200 when I was younger and worked my way up to the distances. So it's just always been freestyle, and I'm probably going to swim the 400 IM this weekend too. So just working at all those races.
Swimming in such a variety of races, how do you change your mindset, or do you at all going into each different race?
It's a little different mindset. I just have to know what kind of paces I want to hit on the longer swims, and also I just have to kind of control my tempo going out on the shorter races. So it's just knowing what I need to do and learning from my past races, and sort of just settling into a good rhythm on the long races.
Childs and then Nicole.
Yeah, Katie, there's been some talk about the possibility of Michael Phelps being restored to the national team for Russia. As a key member of that team, do you have an opinion on that one way or another?
I don't have much of a say or an opinion on it. I think we all really appreciate what Michael has done for our sport and really admire everything he's accomplished. So it's always great to have him on the team, but it's not my say. So.
Katie, when you were talking about finding the rhythm on a long race, I know you've also been asked this, but how do you stay focused, or do you just not even worry about how far back people fall? Or when you have a giant lead in some of those long distance races, what goes through your mind? Or is it literally, you're just focused on your time and, what you're doing?
It's pretty much just focusing on what I'm doing in my lane. And once I settle into a good pace and a good rhythm, it's pretty hard for me to get out of that rhythm. So I just try to focus on everything I need to do to maintain that rhythm and keep my kick up, keep my tempo up, stay sharp. So it's just staying tough mentally and getting through the race as I want it to go.
Do you notice how far back people are? Can you feel it?
I mean, when I breathe, I can sometimes see where other people are in the race, but I usually pretty focused on what I'm doing.
You said your third time here in Mesa. What keeps
Yes.
bringing you back?
I think just the excitement that the crowd brings. It's always pretty packed, and it's always fun to see the little kids enjoying watching us swim and cheering us on. And you can't beat this weather too. So it's nice to swim outdoors and get some long course racing in at this point in the season.
Are you thinking about Rio much right now? There's some talk that you could be the first female swimmer to win 7 medals.
That's quite a few. I don't know how that'll. I don't know. I guess Rio's, it's on my mind a little bit. It's coming up quickly, so just you have to get through Omaha first, and that's what I need to focus on, and just doing everything I can to set myself up well for this summer and for next.
How good is the competition here at the meet in Mesa?
Oh, it's really great. I think I saw somewhere the number of Olympic medalists and world champions, so I don't know what that number is. I think it's in the 20s or 30s, so that's quite a few. I think that's the most that you can really have at a meet like this. So it's really great to see my national team teammates and chat with them and swim against them and have fun here in Mesa.
How soon will you make a final decision on Stanford?
Well, I am going to Stanford.
Well, I mean,
you mean
yeah.
Soon, in the next couple months. He's asking about whether I'll take a year deferral to stay home and train. But yeah, that's something that I'm talking with my coaches about, and I'll let you know as soon as I know.
And to be at the forefront of the sport right now, the responsibilities and sort of platform that goes with that. How do you take that, and are there certain things that you like to sort of get across to have that platform?
Yeah, it's really nice to have that platform. I think the thing I found since the Olympics is that it opens up quite a few doors, especially in outreaching to my community in Bethesda, Maryland, and the DC area. And I've really enjoyed all of the community service work that I've done in DC, and I think just having that to do has been really great. And when I see kids at meets like this, it reminds me of when I was younger and starting to swim. And I went to a national championship at the University of Maryland when I was 6 years old and starting to swim, and I stayed after and got a lot of autographs, and it was a really neat experience to sort of launch my swimming. And I think it's really meaningful for all of us when we can give back and take a selfie with a kid or give an autograph, and it just reminds us of when we started swimming, and it sort of goes both ways, I think. So it's a really neat atmosphere here in Mesa, and I think we're all excited to give back like that.
I know you said you don't have much of a say or an opinion on Michael being reinstated for Russia, but what kind of relationship do you have with him? How much interaction do you have with Michael?
Well, I've been on, I guess, 2 international trips with him, the Olympics and this past summer at Pan Pacs, and he couldn't be a better teammate. I think especially at both those meets, he was really encouraging and really supportive of all of his teammates, and it's always a really pretty special thing when you're on a team with the greatest Olympian of all time, and it's been really meaningful for me growing up in Maryland. He was one of those people at that national meet when I was 6 years old that I got an autograph from, so he's always been, I think, a role model for all swimmers, and I think everyone's excited to see how he'll do here.
Got time for 2 more.
Katie, I'm curious, when you're at an event like this, and there are so many other Olympians and medalists, what does that do to the competitive environment, if anything? Does it change anything?
I think it definitely makes it a more competitive environment. There's always somebody fast in the pool, and you never know where they are in their training or anything like that. So I think whenever you can swim against the best swimmers in the world, it's going to be a great meet.
Anybody else? All right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Katie.
Thanks.
Thank you.